These creatures are following their base instincts. Breeding, eating.
This is the final boarding call for Chelsea Bean and Parasite Sushi. Please proceed to gate 9 immediately. Smoking is prohibited for the duration of the evacuation.
The tower. Maintenance and repair and solid waste disposal facility is overdue by 9,125 days.
Shit.
We have a plasma cutter now.
I repeat, this is the final
Never seen
boarding
anything
call
as
for
disgusting as this place.
I just realized the floor is moving. And it's people. And also that's a big face.
Yeah.
Is it trying to be a big face? Like a big thing?
I don't know.
An effigy has been sculpted from a slab of mucus. Its role is unknown. Whoa.
Ugh.
Hybrid. The lethargic hybrid idles painfully on the floor. What are they hybrids with, though?
I'm not sure.
Creeping phlegm.
Okay, so you got the plasma cutter. Interact with the loader distribution box to pick up a power cell.
Here?
Yes.
Do I have everything I need?
Check your inventory. We got power cell, plasma cutter. Yeah. So now we go to the janitorial office.
Oh.
Where we came from. This is interesting. So is this how maintenance gets around? Just like tooling around on a special little pod thing?
Yeah. I ain't stupid. I made a really cool contraption.
I ain't stupid. I made a pod.
Now, like, do I cut that refrigerator open or something?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. A body.
Now you're gonna pick up an eyeball. Whoa.
Oh. Okay, this is not the logic I would have.
Right? Not. And now we go to the visitor center.
And then we read.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay,
My arms hurt.
We'll split them. Okay.
Stop talking so much, dead people.
Jared would make for a useful business partner, and I can't even suggest it without him erupting into a fit of rage and beginning to rant that ain't how it's done in my family. Does the man honestly expect to get anywhere without once taking help from those more intelligent than he is?
The Groomlake has been a pleasure to be aboard thus far, much more entertaining than being on Earth. Even my family's private island isn't this Granted, there isn't much... Fuck this guy. Granted, there isn't much left to do now that all the indigenous animals have been hunted and killed. Space, however, is infinite.
Oh, is this like... what is this, like a trust fund baby? Like, gone to space?
Sometimes I feel like the characters in this game are, like, a little, like...
I feel like this is intentionally cringy.
No. Like, every single character we've come across, I'm enthralled, I'm enwrapped, but... I don't know, it's just a little bit like a ship full of edgelords.
I mean, I feel like the game intentionally makes them all seem like shitty people, and I think that makes me feel better about the fact that they are all dead. Otherwise, this would be really, really dark if they were all just really awesome, nice people.
It's not that. I think it tries too hard to make them shitty people. Because, like, some of them are like, and then I did this. And then I did this. And I don't care about people.
There was only, like, 3 people like that.
I feel like almost every single person we've read a diary of has been, like, really...
There was only Milan and the doctor and
the one girl and then the guy down there and then I feel like, and the nurse, I feel like everybody's very, like...
No, they're, like, the 2 doctors and that other guy who was, like, talking about dying. Those were the only 3 that were, like, very much, like, 100% in, like, very accepting of the fact that they were, like, out on fringe.
It feels
Whereas,
like to me, like,
everybody else was kind of, like, lying to themselves.
I don't feel like anybody was... It just feels very, like, not... It just feels very overdone sometimes. Not subtle enough.
Mm-hmm. I poured water on him, just a little glass, and the consequence, the hulking dimwit chased me down the corridor with a wrench, slicing a reasonable portion of my forehead open. I'm now thoroughly convinced that he is deranged and will be doing some investigation. After agreeing to transfer a sum of money, I convinced Dr. Graham to obtain Jared's medical records for me. Jared really is mentally ill. He suffers from outbursts of rage. According to one report, he murdered his brother by crushing him to death with a car. It goes on to note that Jared believes it to be the will of the Lord, capitalized, just like that. How in the hell did he manage to get a position in the most important area of the ship? I'll have to stay on his good side. I'm beginning to miss my father's mansion more with each passing day. Having maids and chefs to cater to me is how I was raised. To be responsible for cleaning up after myself and walking all the way to the mess hall for food remains a challenge. Sometimes I question my own sanity. I briefly criticized Jared's hobby of repairing that old transport pod and, the daggered stare he gave me in return. What did I think I could possibly accomplish by talking to him about it? Unbelievable! He burned my thesaurus. Jared marched towards me, ripped it from my hands, and set it on fire. Then he screamed, "April Fools!" and sprinted away, waving the burning pages above his head.
Well, you have a thesaurus, so... Okay, I think it's for the best.
I can't begin to say how many times I've retyped my entries. They feel not as good? There's a better word, I swear it. I would kill to get my thesaurus back. How can anyone respect me if I don't sound smart? I give up. I ran into Dr. Graham today, and he remarked that I sounded like less of a pretentious asshole. Guess I should just talk like an ordinary person from now on. Oh hey, ordinary is a pretty big word. My arms hurt. It was hard work to get all of that fungus out of the generators. We did it though. Cleaning is not easy. I feel a sense of accomplishment. I guess Jared isn't all bad. He apologized to me today for losing his temper so often. And you know what? I apologized in return. I don't remember the last time I did that. Holy shit, it turns out the guy had a bunch of rations tucked away. He shared them with me, even though he's almost out. If I don't starve to death here, I may have to put him in charge of Tanaka Investments charity, which doesn't exist. Yet. Rations are here. We have just enough food in the freezer to last us. We're far less hungry than the guys manning the twins. I have to say, I'm impressed. Not sure how those guys have had the energy to keep us afloat with so little to eat. Those guys are titans. Engineering is now on total lockdown. We have to keep whatever those things are away from the generators. I don't think that we'll ever see the light of day again. At least when I die, it'll be with the only real friend I ever had.
My thesaurus.
Yeah, pretty much.
He took my thesaurus. What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have an eyeball. What do we use the eyeball
Use
for?
the maintenance pod again and go to the visitor center.
Perfect. So when this ball falls out, my first reaction is to stomp on it, take the eyeball. I don't know what for, but you never know when you're gonna need an eyeball.
You never know when you're gonna need an eyeball.
You never know when you're gonna need one of those.
Well, I mean, we did use an eyeball.
We used a hand. Oh, an eyeball. Yeah.
Yeah. And that other thing.
Well, you know, if we ever see a dead body, remind me to take its eyeball.
And a hand.
And
Always
a
take a hand and an eyeball. You never know which one you're gonna need.
Ma'am, you were found with an eyeball in the hand of one of this murder victims. I didn't kill him. Why did you have his eyeball in hand?
I found the body, and I knew that I was going to need an eyeball in a hand for something. So video games have taught me.
Ma'am,
Always loot the corpse.
I was just looting the corpse. It's what anybody would
Ma'am,
do.
you have 25 licenses here. Why do you have all of these? You always loot the body.
These
of
are
course.
all of these people are missing. Yeah, of course they're missing. They're dead. Ma'am, what are you saying?
Of course they're missing. They're dead.
Of course they're missing. They're dead. Ma'am, did you kill these people? No.
No.
I found the bodies and took their shit. Why? Why didn't you call the police? Police?
Police?
What are you?
Why would I do that?
I just wanted the stuff. I also cut off their hands and took their eyes.
Video games have always taught me that I should do everything myself and not call the police.
Don't call the police. And everybody's a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Including you. I should probably kill you. Have you killed before? Persuasion? No, ma'am, what are you doing? Persuasion!
Persuasion.
Not enough charisma. You should read some books.
This isn't going to work.
Okay.
There's a panel on the loader.
Oh, I see it now.
Retinal
scanner.
scanner.
Oh! You never know when an
Oh.
eyeball's gonna come in handy. Okay, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
You never know when an eyeball's gonna come in handy. Meow, 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 eyeball. Oh, and then we put this power cell in there. And then...
What? Where's our inventory?
I broke it.
God.
And the glitch... Why would... Okay. Whatever. Oh, look! Hitler! Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. It kind of looks like him. Those look like photos or something.
It looks like they're being like... Got people with great ideas.
Those are black and white information kiosk. I don't know. Maybe that's just supposed to be
Welcome
like
to the Groomlake Visitor
the
Center.
Kane guy.
Kane Corporation trusts that you'll enjoy your stay. Please ensure your personal data tag is updated with your medical history and is functioning correctly. Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in
Henry
January
Kane
the 26th,
looks like Hitler.
2000.
Yeah.
His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian.
To be fair, Hitler had a smaller mustache. But basically Hitler.
I think they might have been going for the look.
Yes.
Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian.
I have a question. If he's born in the year 2000, why is something coming out of... Oh my god, he's a hipster.
But that would mean that he's like, that he would be like 16 years old right now.
No, I'm saying, why are all of his pictures look like they're made in black and white, and why is something coming out of like a little whatever phone?
Mm-hmm.
It's because he is a hipster. I don't know what made that sound. Oh, it was steam.
Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian.
I don't know. I don't think Henry Kane was actually.
2,100.
Yeah.
The tower was 6,106 feet long. This massive nuclear fusion-powered ship was used extensively as a planetary mining platform. 15 years of atmospheric exposure resulted in a weakened hull and her decommissioning.
Wait, what'd you say?
So if he was born in 2000, he obviously was not around when this was all created. Like,
Okay,
he's long dead.
What I'm pointing out is that the fact that the picture of him looks like it's in black and white in that cyan coloring thing.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks super old. And my joke was that he was a hipster who was like, no, I want my picture taken on this thing.
I posit hipsters are of a different generation. I don't think any of the 16-year-olds now. It's kind of like
You don't know what kind of hipster things could be happening 10 years from now.
True, but it's like kind of like each generation has its own like.
Okay, so in 10 years they're going to be called something ridiculous like loopers.
You stole that from a movie.
The movie Loopers? Obviously.
But it's
I
kind
didn't
of
steal it from a movie. I was thinking of like, oh, we're loopers in time. I'm sorry, Stacy. Anything you come up with that's been used as a word before can't be done.
no.
That's a movie that came from a movie. You stole it.
There's like hippies, and then like punk was in like
Wait, what movie did I steal that from?
Loopers.
Yeah.
The movie about like what is it called? Looper. It's literally about loopers, time traveling people.
Okay. How is that stolen from a movie if I'm using it as a word for people who are hipsters?
If you haven't seen the movie, then it doesn't matter.
How is it stolen from a movie?
I don't know. I'm just saying the word. That's all. Like using looper as a term for like a group of people. That's all.
I was thinking of a ridiculous word for people who are going to be weird in the future.
We're having 10 p.m. arguments on a Saturday night. This is like...
Kane Mining Limited was founded
This is
in
what happens when we
2050.
try and play a game all in
Henry
one
Kane
sitting.
was appointed to
Well, if we don't
exercise
play it all in one
control over
sitting,
East Asian
one stupid
Pacific
asshole is
debt
going to
repayment
leave a
through
comment.
mining asset
I'm just saying.
acquisition.
I'm just saying.
One stupid asshole is going to be like, actually, because you're playing the game and experiencing it, but I know the ending, you're idiots. Let me tell you how you're wrong because I just played the game and I'm going to spoil it for you. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to hunt you down.
Did you know? Kane Mining Limited was rebranded
Oh my
as
God, I
Kane
don't care about this
Corporation
guy's life.
in June. Welcome to the
Sorry.
The tower was rechristened the Groomlake in 2120 when she left dry dock and began her journey towards the outer planets.
So just tell me what I need to do. I don't care about this man's life.
Visitors
C3, C4,
None
and
of it's
C5.
required, but it will give some
Did you
background
know?
about the green world.
Henry
that
Kane
interests
served
you.
in the military and was a decorated naval aviator.
This sounds like
And then actually
a
was
science.
a statue.
In 2077, a mile below the surface, Camp 571 in Japan produced a treasure trove of medical research documentation.
What'd you say?
You can go look to the left here.
A replica of a statue of remembrance that stands in Washington, D.C. The rapid advancement of medical research and its auxiliary studies culminated in the perfection of genetic manipulation, popularized
It's
by
weird
the
how they have like a
PDAs.
visitor center on this ship that's like used for all this like genetic horror stuff.
It reminds me of the Scientology Museum, where it's like, yes, and then he did this, and then he did this. Isn't he great? Obey us. Okay, so what? Destroyed a lifeboat. Oh, here's a. Oh, they're all destroyed. Oh.
Can't use any of them. Keep moving to the left.
Lifeboats, regular ones. I guess fuck our wife, right? Or oh, we go in here.
Yeah.
Later. I'm done.
Yeah.
You had someone else's baby. I'm over. But it wasn't. What? No.
What's this? This is like. Whoa.
Is this a church?
Certainly.
Without a
looks like-
family, man, alone in the world, trembles with the cold.
Okay.
Pipes.
Now he has her wife.
Murderer!
You really are a roach, Mr. Maracheck.
John, shoot him. Kill him now.
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Whatever.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll shoot you with this plasma cutter then. Oh, okay, can't. Oh, I died.
Achievement unlocked! You died. There actually are a whole bunch of achievement deaths in this game, so I'm feel pretty good that we're collecting a lot of them.
Good, perfect. Stacy's reading the walkthrough. I don't know what's going on. Oh, machine part.
Murderer!
Maybe I can shoot the machine part.
Really are a roach, Mr. Maracheck.
John, shoot him. Kill him now.
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
Okay, so use the plasma, yeah, on those parts.
Tia, grab hold of something!
Whoa!
That's not how
Everybody
space
would
works.
die.
Yeah, that's not how space works.
Containment protocols
Oh,
activated.
oh my god.
Security lockdown initiated.
Oh god.
Quantum storage device damaged and door missing.
Is that?
Fracture of femur detected.
Oh god.
Scapula damaged. Seek immediate medical attention.
Oh, her arm got ripped off or something.
Alan, did you... Have we got her?
I do. She's here.
I mean, if we get off here, aren't you guys worried about having the fungus on you?
It's over. It's over.
Quasi-intelligent fungus.
It's over.
I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to end like this.
What? Oh.
Waking you was a mistake, John. But I'm happy to have met you.
What?
I don't understand. Tia, what do you mean? You woke me? Answer me!
We needed a way to transport the research off the Groomlake. And your wife's bone marrow was a perfect storage device.
For what?
Research? This is about fucking research?
Yes! It's about research. Worth billions, John. Billions.
So you caused all of this? You let those things loose?
No, I'm not that sloppy. The idiots we sent to get your wife's body turned off all the containment protocols. We lost Ellen in all the chaos. That pussy Yuri was on his way to you when Milan got involved.
On his way to get my DNA.
It was the only way to locate the data carrier in this shitfest. Old man Kane will be rolling in his grave when I sell his secrets.
You're just like Milan.
Is that what you think? John, do you love your wife? Well, I loved my husband, and Kane security forces murdered him during a protest. Kane Corporation took everything from me, and now I will burn them to the ground.
You don't have to do this. You don't.
2 stasis pods, hon. It was never gonna happen.
Just get another one. Yeah.
Selenographic coordinates
2
confirmed.
stasis pods.
Autopilot
Go
has
get
been
another one.
engaged. Time to departure. 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Alright, I guess we just gotta go punch her or something. Alright, so. We don't want to go over here because that will shoot us.
Okay, like, can we shoot things? I don't know.
You never had any intention of helping me. You used me. You used my family.
It's not personal.
Not personal. You bitch.
Guilty.
Okay. No, let me figure this out. I wanna.
Yeah, that's fine.
What do I do? Get up, dude. Okay. Click on this. It's the only thing I have. I can throw it at something, or got gun turrets. Gun turrets are searching for a target to obliterate with their high velocity lead projectiles.
Nanotechnology cell structure preservation engaged.
Alright, just tell me what to do.
Just throw the PDT at her.
I thought I had clicked on her already, but whatever.
Fuck you.
So are we not worried about the fungus getting on the ship and then contaminating the entire world and galaxy?
On Neptune?
This vessel has been cleared for departure.
That.
Oh, I mean,
Why would I think it would happen to Neptune?
because we're above Neptune.
I know, but they're clearly escaping to Earth or something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if, like, the stasis pod has a way to, like, decontaminate.
But
that.
it's inside her bone marrow. They said.
I guess, like, research inside her. Were they talking about the fungus itself or just, like, something else?
Or even if the fungus is on the ship or in the ship or somewhere, you
I
know?
love you, Ellen.
Yeah, that's the whole decontamination thing. I would assume, like, when they're actually out in space, it couldn't be outside the ship. I don't know.
But even if it got inside the ship, there's the antithesis or something. It needs to be a very efficient fungus. Still don't get why that guy kept our daughter for whatever reasons.
Doesn't make any sense.
Was he just like, oh, she's our daughter now, so I love her because I saved her life? Did he just decide that he wanted a daughter?
I don't know.
Or was like, I gave you life, so therefore I birthed you, or something like that. So I guess it's gonna crash eventually on Jupiter, or where are we? Neptune or Jupiter?
Neptune, I think, is the planet that we were above.
Oh, well, did he not even look?
I don't know. But as we theorized, everyone is dead.
I don't get the part where he was like, I'm gonna kill your daughter now. I was like, is this an illusion?
Yeah.
It was going so well until that point. Where it's like, okay, he's like, and then you woke up and she was still alive, so I decided to keep her as bait. Then I would be like, oh, okay. But then he just has her in this room with like toys and like a cute bed.
Mm-hmm.
Did he just go, well, I've cured HIV, ARG, cancer, and everything. Also, this girl's my daughter now because I cured her, but all the other kids, fuck them. They're hybrids now.
Yeah.
What? That's just it?
Yeah. I don't know. I liked the journey, though. Yeah. The art was... the environments were... I really enjoyed. I like, as fucked up as it was, like, I kind of enjoy that, and I like that it made me grateful for the fact that the game was top down, so that you could kind of like, that you could enjoy that without being like so up close and personal with it, that you got like really numb to it. Like, if that had been a first person game, like Soma.
Yeah, you gotten over it pretty fast.
Oh my god. Never, wouldn't have been nearly as enjoyable. But
yeah, and I liked that they were very good at level design, because we would just happen to, even in places where we didn't have to read the thing first, we always did.
Yeah.
And then we would see it, think about it, and then we would see it. And so we would see it and understand what we're looking at. Because if we had just seen it, we would have been like, oh. But because we saw it, we understood what that was.
Yeah.
And the horror behind it.
Like, we wouldn't have understood what the queen was at all.
I think we would have been like, ew, gross, a bug. But then we were like, oh.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and then, like, with that part where we walked into the tanks.
Mm-hmm.
If we just walked in, we'd been like, oh, is there, like, humans in there? Like, what's going on? We walked in there, we knew what it was. And because we knew what it was revolting, because you knew.
Know. Mm-hmm.
You imagined it in your head, and then you saw it and freaked you out. Overall, I thought the storytelling until the last 25% of the game was really good.
I think my breaking moment was probably just like with her in the like with
the toys,
the keeping of the girl. So I wouldn't say like the last 25%. I would really just say like that.
I feel like that was that moment and on. I was like, I don't care.
But the rest of that, like, I understood, like, because Tia, we obviously knew that there was some sketchiness going on with her. So like, it didn't really, although it didn't surprise me that she turns out to be like a jerk.
It made sense.
It made sense to me. The one thing that seemed kind of like out of line was like, why would he keep the daughter?
It just seemed like a kind of like a forced emotional moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then he killed his daughter, and I was like, well, why was she alive? Why was she there? Why he was killing all those other kids? Why did he care about her? The only
they could have solved that with like one line of dialogue. You know what I mean?
Where like, oh, I was gonna keep her as my daughter because I felt like since I saved her from the disease. I feel like he said that, but he didn't really say it,
Yes.
I feel like he said that, but in a way that was like
a little too subtle, because he said that she owed her life to him.
Well, he said that I think he said he owed her life and that she was his now.
Yes.
And so
maybe he wanted to keep her because maybe like up until that point he had been working to cure whatever disease she had.
And she was the first successful one?
Yeah, and so like she was the first successful one. He might have cured her only just recently, because he comes up and he says all those things. But
I feel like that should have been explained somewhere in the journals that we read about everybody's feelings about everything. But then that wasn't explained with her,
I mean, he might not have had a reason to, though, because the only reason why it's relevant to our story is because we're playing as her dad.
It just seems so convenient that he decided to choose the one cute little girl of the guy. What?
Well, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I think that it's a part that the one part like where I would have changed it to just have it make a little more sense like, they were so good at explaining, I feel like, so many of the other characters' motivations for doing a lot of things.
And a lot of the stuff that was going on.
Yeah, and, like, that, I feel like that's why it seemed, like, so out of place, because it's, like, the one thing where you're just kind of like, huh? Like, why would he do that?
Okay, so I get you need to find the daughter in order to find the mother, and then the secrets are in her bone marrow, because that's the perfect place to keep her bone marrow was the perfect place to keep the secrets.
Yeah, I don't know if, like, they I mean, I'm not an espionage expert, so I don't know, like, or like a medicinal expert, so, like, I don't know what they were smuggling, like, if it was like a disease or like a cure.
I'm assuming they are keeping the hybrid DNA in her bone marrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my assumption is, along with some other. You ever read that story about the two scientists who are on opposite sides of a war, and they make genetic diseases, and they send each other love notes inside of the diseases when they decode it.
Oh.
And it's so cute. And then they, I don't remember the name of the story, but they send it back and forth, and they fall in love because they're sending each other.
Creating diseases?
It's cute to me. But
they're creating biological weapons and killing millions of people, and that's adorable.
Well, they're creating biological weapons, killing millions of people, and sending a super cute secret code to each other. No, wait, actually, I
you have this like very like squiggly moral line that you draw around like where you think things are okay and not okay.
If it's for love, you can do anything you want. I think it was. I'm pretty sure that the diseases that they were making were actually for spies to communicate with viruses. Like, these weren't deadly viruses. I think they were like the flu and stuff.
Okay, so we're not talking like, okay, I was picturing like
them being like, oh, you're dying, let me just take your blood. What did he say?
Like, oh yes, we created SARS or something, and like we're talking to each other with it. Isn't that great? Oh, I created Ebola to send you a love letter. Like, that would be horrible.
But to them, they'd be like, wow, they created Ebola for me.
Oh my god.
But anyway, what I'm saying is they could have hidden the hybrid information in there.
Well, I'm wondering, like, did they hide it, like, in the, like, the...
I assume that her giving birth to a thingy...
Yes, had something to do with it.
I would have liked if they explained why the uteruses need to be freshly plopped.
Well, they might have just not gone into that because it's, like, some... I mean, because they're trusting that the uterus can take another pregnancy. Like, and I know that if a woman has already been pregnant once, like, the body acts differently the second time around. So maybe they were just assuming that, like, the uterine lining is, like, different and, like...
just ready to go.
It's just ready to go. I know that a lot of women say that in their second pregnancy, they grow much faster because their skin is already, like, stretched. Not like, not like to the point where it's like loose or anything. But
no,
like,
I just don't want to think about this.
Yeah.
This is worse than the game. I feel it was solid story. Sometimes I felt like it was good, but you know, what?
Okay, so the one thing that was off to me was like, why do you keep the daughter? But the second thing is that I would never play this game without a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Never. Because I would say
the puzzles were like, okay, and now do the what?
and I don't know if it's just like it's the nature of like the far away top down, but it's like I probably never would, if I had been left to like, when would I have found half of the items? Why would I have thought to combine some of these things that, like, in real life you would never combine them, especially for the purpose that they were used in this game? Like, that's one of my biggest troubles with, you know, when we play, like, point-and-click adventures, is that I'm like, I don't fucking know how these, like...
How that goes together.
How the game logic works, that you're going to create, like, these two things to, like, make a key. Or remember, like, in Broken Age where you have to make the tree throw up?
Or when you have to look at the knots and think, oh, what does that look like?
Oh my fucking god, that was like... But anyways, so it just reminds me of that, where it's just... I don't mind playing it with...
I'm so sorry to keep coming back to the daughter thing, but I'm just like sitting there like, they put that in there to force an emotional moment, and I'm sitting there not believing what I'm seeing. I'm taken out of the story because it makes so little sense in the context of everything else. He's sitting in a room. There's a big ass Stargate looking thing. I literally was like, oh, that's a Stargate.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a Stargate, and it has like a black thing.
It has like a sphincter portal.
It has a sphincter portal. I thought we were gonna be like, and now we are the alien, something like that, where it's like, these are hybrids with aliens. He's talking to aliens or some shit like that, you know? And I kept your daughter because she just happens to have very compatible DNA. But now that you've done this, fuck it, you know?
Yeah, I know. Like, why wouldn't they just, I don't know, leave her in like a cage, like all like everybody else? That
would have been a much more emotional moment, because I would have been like, oh my god, my daughter's been suffering so much, and you've just been keeping her as like this animal, and then you kill her with this creature.
Shittily treated animals, by the way, because you shouldn't put animals in cages like that.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. You know, I feel like that would have been a much more it wouldn't have taken me out of the scene, because it would have made sense to me. Like, oh, she has some sort of genetics where it's like something.
And because you've already seen this like played out with like other things in cages.
But
like,
no, your daughter's so special that she gets to have a special playroom and run around laughing. I genuinely thought I was looking that he had made some sort of fake projection.
Yeah. Because, and also because it's like, where do you, I don't know. Just,
why was it in a Stargate? A huge domed room.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Anyways, should probably
oh yeah, okay.
pack
All
it
right,
up.
bye everybody.
Bye everyone. Thank you if you are still here.